When it comes to endurance racing, there's more to consider than just maximum power, and in particular fuel economy, as well as power parity or performance parity across a variety of different manufacturers' brands is really important in order to achieve close racing. When it comes to power parity in particular, a very easy way to achieve this with a turbocharged engine is to mandate a maximum boost pressure. And this is exactly what the FIA do in the World Endurance Championship. They mandate a maximum boost pressure versus engine RPM, and this is monitored by the FIA. If the team go above the mandated maximum, then they can be disqualified. Now, of course, there is always some variation with boost pressure, so the FIA do provide a small buffer. This is a 30 millibar buffer for a certain period of time over and above the maximum boost pressure. Now, of course, the teams are riding a very fine line here, trying to achieve as much power as possible. So not only do they try and achieve the maximum boost pressure target, but they also use that little buffer where they can. So this gives them absolutely no room for error. And this is one of the reasons why accurate and stable closed-loop boost control is so critical. Another area that the FIA control is the lambda or air-fuel ratio target that a particular team or car can run. In this case, it starts by the team homologating a specific lambda target, which they will not run below. They're allowed to run leaner than that, but not richer. So this may start, for example, by the team homologating the lambda target that achieves maximum power. The FIA then have the ability to alter that lambda target as they see fit to achieve or maintain a balance of performance. As I mentioned though, maximum power isn't always the target here, so the team may choose to purposely run leaner than the lambda target that achieves maximum power. This will give them a fuel economy advantage at the expense of some power. When the air-fuel ratio or lambda target is leaned out, however, the team also need to consider the effect on the ignition timing. As we lean the air-fuel ratio out, this affects the combustion speed, and in turn this affects the ignition timing required to achieve peak torque. This is known as MBT timing, standing for maximum brake torque timing, or also known as minimum timing for best torque. Of course, this is all achieved via the ECU, so there's no real need to make adjustments on the fly by the engineers. The air-fuel ratio target can be adjusted as the car is going around the track using a driver adjustable switch on the steering wheel. One of the considerations when we lean out the air-fuel ratio is that the combustion temperature can increase, so this does need to be considered with thermal management of the engine. Another consideration we normally have when we increase combustion chamber temperature or combustion heat is that the engine can become more prone to detonation or knock. With the octane rating of the fuel that these particular engines run on, however, knock isn't a consideration, so this is one thing that the tuner doesn't need to be too concerned about. If you like that video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already a subscriber, make sure you're subscribed. We release a new video every week. And if you like free stuff, we've got a great deal for you. Click the link in the description to claim your free spot to our next live lesson.